Hey guys, Mrs. O'Donnell here. This video is going to be a little different than videos from past weeks. First of all, we're in the home stretch, right? It's the end of the year. This is our last week of content. This is our last week of material. And it's not even anything new, which is pretty cool, right? You're going to be doing two things for me this week. A photo project, and that's kind of the big assignment this week. And that's a compilation of everything that you've learned this school year, right? We're pulling it all together into one project. And then you're also going to do a quick reflection. And this video, I really just want to kind of talk you through what those assignments are, since they're a little different than the Google Forms that we have been doing, okay? All right, so first thing, let's take a look. And if you want to, in the weekly agenda, you can click. If you ever see this like blue underlined, that means it's a live link. You can click that and it'll pull up the rubric. Okay, so here's our Algebra 1 photo project rubric. And this just really explains to you what the photo project is and what you'll be graded on. So this is really important. Okay, so for this project, you will be channeling your inner photographer. This is your opportunity to get away from your desk and photograph objects around the house and outside to demonstrate your understanding of Algebra 1. You will need Google Slides. This will be pushed out to you, and we'll go over that in a minute. You'll need a digital camera. The one in your phone works fine. Or if you don't have a digital camera and you just want to do a Google search, I would definitely prefer that you actually get out and take pictures. But if you got to do a Google search, you got to do a Google search, and it is what it is, right? And you need an open and creative mind. So I really want you to be as creative as you can with this assignment, okay? Your instructions, you will use the Google Slide template that I'm pushing out to you and create a minimum of 15 slides, and we'll go over what those slides should have on them. The information below, it should be organized and creative. Okay, those will be graded, your organization and creativity. And your photo pages must have a picture taken by you or a picture that you have found on the internet that really fits the description of what's supposed to be on that slide. Okay. All right, so let's talk about this rubric, right? So hopefully, first of all, you see we're rubric. It tells you your slide information. So this is a list of everything that you need on each slide, and your slide number is right here, okay? And it tells you your points. So points that you can earn 2 points per slide, and then you're being graded on creativity for 5 points, organization for 5 points, and you can add additional photo pages, up to 2 additional photo pages per function family for an extra 6 points. Okay. Notice that we're going over the 3 main function families for Algebra 1, which are linear, exponential, and quadratic functions. Okay. So first thing you're going to want to do is create your title slide with a table of contents. Okay. So this title slide should say your name. It should list each slide that you have and what's on that slide. Okay, so it's almost just like a snip of or like a type out of this rubric on your table of contents slide. Okay, your second slide, what is a function in your own words, right? So you're telling me what makes a relation a function. Your third slide is telling me what makes a relation not a function. Okay, give me a picture. And with each one of these slides, you should be thinking about those relationships, that table graph equation relationship. Okay, slide 4, now we're getting into linear functions. So slides 4 through 8 are all about linear functions. Okay, so slide 4 says, tell me, we're starting with the definition, what makes a function linear? Use your own words, okay? Include formulas. Okay, we've learned 3 different formulas this school year for linear functions. So include the formulas and any other information. Tell me about those formulas. What are the pieces and parts? What are the important components to pay attention to? All right. Then I want you to give me a photo page. So this is just a page where you have a photo, and it's either the photo that you took with your camera, your phone, or that you found on the internet. Okay, and it should be a photo that shows a picture of something that's linear, okay, and explain why that's linear, okay. Then you can give me slide 6 is a photo page with a photo of a linear absolute value function and explain to me what makes this a linear absolute value function. Slide 7 is a photo page for an arithmetic sequence, okay? So make sure for the arithmetic sequence that you're including the pattern and you're explaining the common difference. What makes this an arithmetic sequence, okay? Slide 8, you're explaining, or you're showing a photo of a linear inequality, okay? And then you're writing out the inequality, you're explaining what makes it an inequality. I've seen cool things from like the cool photos from like grocery store signs and all kinds of different things. So you really get creative with those linear inequalities. Okay, then slides 9 through 12, those are all your exponential functions. So you're going to, slide 9, define your exponential function, tell me, your formula and your important information and key characteristics. Slide 10, give me a picture of an increasing exponential function. Slide 11, give me a picture of a decreasing exponential function. Tell me what makes it exponential. Slide 12, you're giving me an example of a geometric sequence. Okay, so there's some really cool things you can do with sequencing. Get creative. You can create sequences. If you can't find something that seems to represent a sequence, get your Cheerios out and create a sequence. Like, that's fine too. Get creative. Hop on the internet, do a Google search, do what you got to do. But feel free to be creative. Slides 13, 14, and 15 are all from the quadratic family. Okay, so slide 13, again, is that defining what is a quadratic function. Use your own words, include formulas. We've learned a couple different formulas, I think 3 different formulas this school year for quadratic functions. Hopefully those are fresh in your mind because that's what we just have been doing. And then you're going to give me a photo page of something that looks like a quadratic but has an absolute minimum. And then slide 15, you're giving me a photo of something that looks like a quadratic but has an absolute minimum. I think I flipped those. So slide 14 is a maximum and slide 15 is a minimum. Okay, and then creativity 5 points, organization 5 points. You can give me up to 2 additional photo pages per function family for a total of 6 bonus points in this assignment. Okay, so it's a total of 40 points. You could potentially get a 46 out of 40. All right, so this is the rubric. So let's check out the slides. So I made you guys, and this should be getting pushed out. This is my first time pushing out a slide template. This is just a template. It's the most generic Google slide that you can make. Okay, so however you want to edit this template is totally fine. That's the creativity piece. Okay, you see there's the title, there's a spot for your title page. Okay, there's, and then I kind of typed in each slide, like what should generally be on there, but you can edit, if you don't want that question, you could leave that question there. You could edit that question off. However you want to format the slide is fine with me. So those slides just kind of take you through like what each, correlation is in the rubric. Then you get down to slide 16. This slide you cannot change. This is the one slide you are not allowed to change. Okay, this is your rubric. I will use this to grade you. Okay. I do have a live link down here that links you back to the rubric in a Google Doc. And then at the very bottom, I have instructions in case you forget how to insert an image. I have instructions for you here to help you refresh your memory for inserting an image to Google Slides. Okay, so Couple of things you could do. So for example, if you wanted to insert an image, you took a photo with your camera, you would go to this insert, okay? You would grab the image and you would probably click upload from computer. Okay, so once you click upload from computer, it'll show you, where you want to grab it from. Here's all of my desktop. Maybe I want to grab something off of my desktop. Maybe you have it saved somewhere else. I am using an Apple MacBook Pro right now, so yours might look a little different on a Chromebook, but you'll upload it from wherever it is that you have that photo saved. So if you take the photo on your phone, you'll have to save it or email it maybe to your computer, to your email, so you can save it on your computer and upload it. Or if you have a phone that has Google, Slides or Google Classroom on it, you can upload it to the slides from your phone directly, which is nice. You could also insert an image by searching the web. So if you click search the web, maybe I want to search for a linear function at a park. I don't know. Right? Okay, so now let's see here. Maybe I found I know. Linear function railroad tracks, right? Maybe I found something like that. Okay, so now I could click that and, I've got an example of a linear function. I've actually got an example of parallel lines if you wanted to get really specific, and you could kind of talk about it. So linear function, 1-to-1, you could type in, come over here and type in whatever response you want to type in. Okay, I'm going to delete that. Don't want that there. So that's basically, and then when you go to submit in Google Classroom, I think it's turn in. You need to go and make sure to click turn in. You shouldn't have to reattach the Google Slides if you're using the template that I push out. You just need to make sure to click turn in. All right, so then let's see here, if we're moving right along, you also have this reflection. So this end of year reflection is just an opportunity for you guys to kind of think back on your year, think back on our math class and all of the many things that we did, and hopefully you guys can remember life before, the quarantine, and you can kind of keep that in mind when you're doing this reflection and not just think about the quarantine, although that's a big part of this year too. You should be able to click right here. If you click a couple times, you can, type your name. Okay, so for example, Mrs. O'Donnell, hop over, and then you want to tell me your 5 vocabulary words that you learned this year. 4 words I would use to describe the school year. Try and keep it as math specific as you can, but if you want to pull other things in from the school, other thoughts or ideas in from the whole school year as a whole, that's okay. 3 pieces of advice I would give to next year's math students or freshmen or whatever. 2 things I would change about this year or do differently, and 1 memory that I have from this school year. And that's all I've got for you guys. Let's see here. Let's undo that typing. Don't want my name in there. Type your name here. Cool. That's all I've got for you for this week. That's due by Friday. Try to do, 3 slides in the slideshow per day. It really hopefully isn't too much work. The creativity piece might be more of where you get into it. If you want to change the slide format and play around with stuff like that, that's fine too. Just make sure you don't change the rubric slide. That's the only one you're not allowed to change. And that's it. So if you have any questions for me, come to my office hours or shoot me an email. And I miss you guys. I hope you have a great week, and I'll talk to you soon. And keep your eyes peeled for Thursday, because I'm going to send something special out in the thread in the classroom on Thursday. So keep your eyes peeled for something cool on a little throwback Thursday. All right. Bye, guys.